Hi, I'm Rochelle Moulton, and I've spent most of my career making experts unforgettable. I've led brainiacs at some huge consulting firms like Towers Perrin and Arthur Andersen. Listen, I've worn the blue power suit and the pearls. I've pitched in Fortune 500 boardrooms. I even made global partner with a fancy corner office at 31. But like you, I wanted to build my own business. So off I went to start my first firm, which eventually landed us on the cover of the Wall Street Journal, which helped me later to sell the firm to a global giant for a hefty market premium. I've been building expert firms and personal brand authority ever since. I've created millions of dollars of new revenue and midwife my clients' greatest works out into the world. So I know how to build authority that translates into a vibrant, revenue-multiplying platform, and I want to share what I've learned with you. And chances are you've landed here on this video because you've been hearing me talk about instant authority. And you're probably wondering what that means. Can you become an authority in an instant? Not a chance. There's no substitute for earning your spurs. We all have to do the work. What I mean by instant authority is that you take one look, just one look at an authority's website, their books, their articles, their social profiles, and you know that he or she is the real deal. Because you only have about 5 to 8 seconds when a visitor hits your site to convince them that you are the authority for them. And think about the well-known authorities that you look to for advice and new ideas. Seth Godin, Brene Brown, Daniel Pink, for example. Visit their sites, okay? They scream authority. They aren't one-shot wonders. That's what we're talking about. But you don't have to have the name recognition of a Seth Godin or a bunch of published books to build authority. You can start building your authority right here, right now. And I'm going to tell you in this video how to get some of that instant authority for yourself. Now, big picture, there's 4 things you have to do. You have to capture the essence of your belief system, your point of view, into a drop-dead come-to-mama manifesto. You need a call to action that makes you thrillingly unique to your ideal tribe. Then you can design what I call your authority map. This is a unique path based on your particular brand of authority and the clients and buyers you most want to entice. And once you're clear on that, you're ready to build your platform, which when it comes to authority, leans heavily on your website and content marketing. And then finally, once you've built your core platform, you want to amplify your influence to connect and engage with your sweet spot audience. So you need a compelling manifesto, a map to build your brand of authority, some platform building, and then amplification of every move you make. I'll be covering all of those in my upcoming Instant Authority course, but today I want to focus on the 5 different styles or brands of authority. And think about that for a minute. The way you build authority is highly personal. No 2 people, even in the same specialty, ever do it exactly the same way. But there are some categories of highly successful instant authorities: the evangelist, the journalist, the alchemist, the rocket scientist, and the rock star. So let's start with the evangelist. Now, get that preacher out of your mind. That's not where we're going with this. If you're an evangelist in instant authority terms, you're the visionary. You lead with your foresight. You take risks to put your belief system out into the world. And you're an excellent reader of tea leaves and interpreter of trends. You might even come from an untraditional background that becomes a critical part of your story. So think Steve Jobs, Seth Godin, Alexa von Tobel of LearnVest. Many evangelists build their initial authority through business success, like, say, a Gary Vee. Others have a powerful backstory that powered their journey, like Gabriella Bernstein. If you're an evangelist, you want to lead with your spin on why your belief system is worthy of latching onto. You have to deeply touch their emotions. Story will be incredibly important, both your own and the transformation stories of your clients and buyers. Books, Speeches, live events, and video are all well-used tools of the evangelist. Your audience thrives on a high-touch emotional connection. Okay, let's talk journalist. If you're a journalist, you are the interpreter. You don't just relay facts, you dig deep to make connections between events and ideas and people. Your genius lies in your insight and interpretations. You typically read widely, and you're an astute observer far beyond your core area of expertise. And you like nothing more than the interview, a conversation where you get to seek the answers your people most want to know. And think actual journalists like, say, Malcolm Gladwell and Ron Lieber of the New York Times, or those who think like journalists, Dan Pink and Gail Sheehy, for example. Now, many journalists, in instant authority terms, build their authority by interviewing those who intrigue them and then pulling unique insights from those discussions. And those interviews might be written in podcast or video form or a combination of all three. If you're a journalist, you want to lead with your insight into the issue at hand. Your value to your audience is in sorting through conflicting ideas and data. So, of course, a favorite tool of the journalist is the book, which can help you generate media coverage, speeches, and spin-off articles. Okay, let's talk alchemist. Now, if you're an alchemist, you are the change agent. You are busy turning lead into gold. And your gift is a high-touch approach with your audience. They feel seen and heard and understood. They know you care deeply about their transformation. And you tend to be a creative seeker, always looking for new ways to practice your alchemy. So think Deepak Chopra, Christiane Northrup, Carolyn Myss. Many alchemists build their authority through a very carefully crafted belief system combined with constant demonstrations of it in action. So video, like say Marie TV by Marie Forleo, is key because it builds intimacy with your audience. If you're an alchemist, you want to lead with your belief system, with your manifesto. You want to demonstrate it in as many high-touch ways as possible, with video being especially important. Your audience needs to connect with you to trust that you'll deliver them into this new state that you've promised. And like the evangelist, stories are crucial to cement their connection with you. Okay, let's talk rocket scientists. If you're a rocket scientist, you are the sage and a specialist. You lead with your intellect. You might have made your mark in academia or a big firm, or you might just love yourself some research. You get excited by ideas and data and making connections between them. Think Rosabeth Moss Kanter, Jonah Berger, Brene Brown, all classic rocket scientists. And rocket scientists typically build authority through research. If not their own, then they're poring over someone else's. They're driven by a passion to deeply understand and explain anything that impacts their specialty. And they're simply brilliant at making connections between data. If you're a rocket scientist, you'll typically build your authority by publishing your findings and insights, heavily supported by data. Want to mesmerize a broader audience? Don't be afraid to stir up the pot. Translate your findings into something we can get emotionally excited about, like Adam Grant of Wharton, who writes in Give and Take about how helping others drives our success, immediate bestseller. And last but not least, we have the rock star. If you're a rock star, you're transcendent. Your audience looks to you far beyond your original expertise. And your genius is being able to connect your audience to their dream. You also tend to be a true original and speak your mind, sometimes bluntly. Rock stars have learned who their tribe is, and they speak directly to them. So think Susie Orman, Dr. Phil, Tony Robbins, Martha Stewart. Rock stars tend to build authority based on where they started, typically as an evangelist, a journalist, or an alchemist. And you'll see the occasional rocket scientist like a Dr. Oz, but all of them create both content and relationships with their audience. If you want to be a rock star, focus building your authority on your key strengths. If you're an alchemist, you have to keep creating powerful experiences that your clients and buyers and viewers share. You have to create real transformation and be willing to do it on a very high visibility platform. Video and books in particular will be your tools. And since being on such a heady platform attracts a big old helping of haters, you'll need a strong sense of mission, vision, and self to stay on track delivering your brand of authority and change. So, we've got the evangelist, the journalist, the alchemist, the rocket scientist, and the rock star. 5 brands of authority, each with different strengths, talents, and drivers to build their authority. And of course, most of us are not just one of these, but a combination. And there lies a clue to designing your unique road to instant authority. Are you an alchemist who pores over data like a rocket scientist? Then use data in language designed to promote transformation on your platform. Or maybe you started out as a journalist but got so intimately involved with the topic that you've become its leading evangelist. Embrace your interview skills and use them to evangelize. So, what does authority and building your authority platform do for you? Think of it like this. It's what makes selling your services, books, and products outrageously easy. And the single best way to consistently, reliably deliver clients and buyers to your doorstep is to create a vibrant online platform. One that perfectly meshes with your unique style and your business and revenue model. One that connects you to your tribe in ways that just aren't possible otherwise. The depth and reach of a dynamic online authority platform can transform your business and your life. And think about that. It lasts, right? You're creating a foundation for the rest of your career and business. Whether you use it to change how you work or to grow your revenue beyond personal services, it's an investment with some serious legs. It increases your influence. Maybe you're ready to be an industry voice for change, or you have a breakthrough idea that just needs some oxygen to fuel it. And you own it. Unlike other media, you own your access. You're not relying on someone else to bring you clients, buyers, and fans. It provides flexibility and freedom. You get to decide how you want to work since you can build an online platform from just about anywhere. You choose, and you can change over time whether you work solo or in alliance, whether to blog, podcast, create videos, write books. And finally, it's downright fun. Finding your voice and connecting with your tribe is thrilling. You're doing what you love to do with people who get it. Now, every journey to instant authority is different because you're not exactly like anyone else. That's why the core of my Instant Authority course is interactive. Live web classes with worksheets, samples, templates, and other members-only resources. I'll be announcing all the details and opening registration in the next couple of days. But in the meantime, consider your personal brand of authority and how to build a platform to achieve the biggest dream you have for yourself and your work. How cool would that be? Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon.